There was a small town in Vermont, where winters were long and summers brief, but the people held warmth in their hearts. Among them lived a young man named Ethan, a quiet dreamer who worked as a carpenter, building houses for others while dreaming of one day building his own. Across town was a girl named Claire, a fierce, kind-hearted nurse who believed in miracles, even though life had taught her how fragile people could be. They knew of each other since high school but had never truly spoken until one cold December evening. The town's annual Christmas fair was alive with light, music, and snow falling like tiny whispers from the sky. Claire stood by a broken carousel, trying to fix it for a group of children, frustration on her face. Ethan noticed. Without a word, he stepped in, his hands steady and skilled. In minutes, the carousel lights flickered back to life, the music played, and the children cheered. Claire smiled at him, a real, grateful smile. "You saved the night," she said. From that moment, something shifted. They started meeting, at the coffee shop before work, at the lakeside on quiet evenings, and under the endless stars neither of them could name. They spoke about dreams, fears, and the invisible weight people carry. Ethan confessed how he felt invisible, building homes for others but having no one waiting in his. Claire admitted how, despite saving lives, she often felt powerless against fate. But together, they found light. When Ethan's mother fell ill, Claire was there, not as a nurse, but as a friend who held his hand. When Claire doubted her worth after losing a patient, Ethan built her a bench by the lake with the words "You matter" carved into it. They weren't perfect. They argued, doubted, and stumbled. But every time they did, they chose each other again. Years later, standing under the old oak tree where they'd shared their first real conversation, Ethan handed Claire a small, hand-carved box. Inside was a simple ring and a note that read, "In a world full of things I'll never control, I choose you. Every day. Forever." Claire laughed through tears and said yes. Their love wasn't a fairy tale, it was real. Built on small, steady choices. On showing up when it was hard. On becoming each other's home. Because sometimes, love isn't about saving someone.